That's only advice for someone who's irresponsible. It's not really about the score, it's about the report. You gotta know the rules of the game, because it's all it is. It's a game. You know what it is? We back with another episode of the More Action Podcast. I'm Brandon J. And as always, I'm here to talk to you once again about credit. I'm just here to break shit down. When's the last time you heard about some kid learning about credit in school? It just doesn't happen. You don't hear this type of information unless you go look for it, or unless a guy like me just tells you because he feels like it. I enjoy this. It is what it is. I like talking about it because the moment I figured out my credit, my score went up. I was able to get a truck. I'm able to pay all my bills on time. I still got money left over. Credit really helped ease my mind. There was a time when I had to wait to pay a couple bills because it was like, would I rather pay my rent or, the light bill, phone bill, whatever. Sometimes the bill had to wait, but nowadays I'm good. I'm always good. I don't have a money problem. You shouldn't have a money problem either after, a couple of my videos, taking some action, doing something to get that credit score right, because you can get access to money. That's all you really need to make something happen. Once you figure out that you can do something a better way, in my opinion, it's hard to keep doing something the hard way. I don't see the point. So what I'm breaking down today is the 5 main components of your credit report. I talked about it in another video, but now I'm about to break it down for real. When you want to get your credit score in the high 700s, possibly 800s, that's where I'm headed. You got to know the rules of the game, because it's all it is. It's a game. It's a credit game, So first things first, your payment history. Okay, this is just all of your on-time payments. The moment you get one late payment on your credit report, you could drop your score 30, 60 points. One late payment. Honestly, you want to have no late payments. And most states, almost every bill has a grace period. You can't really get a late payment on your credit report until it's been late for like 30 days. So if you paying something late, 30 days late, okay, well, you was asking for it. It is 35% of your score. So if you make one late payment, that's why people see such a hit on their credit, because 35% is a lot compared to the other 4 we're about to talk about. Next up is utilization. Now, your utilization is how much of the credit you have available that you're using. But simple as that. But that is worth 30% of your score. So imagine for a second, you got $1,000 credit card and you're using $800. That's an 80% utilization. 80% is horrible. The credit bureaus that create your score want you at 30% or less. In my opinion, you should be at 10% or less. This is what you got to do to get the higher score. And with a higher score, now you can go get credit, loans, that car you want, that house. But it's not really about the score. It's about the report. You can have an 800 score and a horrible credit report and not get approved. But somebody with a 720 and a better credit report than you can get approved for the same thing that you didn't with your 800 and trash ass report. Don't take me seriously. I'm just talking shit. Next up, we got your credit age. Now, credit age is only 15%. So you want to have good age on your credit. Now think about it like this. When you get a new credit card, they have to average out the age between your newest credit card and your oldest one. And the more you keep getting new cards, the lower your age is going to get. Right now, I'm 27. The reason I've gotten so many cards in the last couple of years is because 10 years from now, I'll have multiple credit cards aged at 10 years with decently high limits. That's going to look really good when I'm trying to get my first house, if I'm trying to get another car, anything. I'm thinking long term. To be considered excellent to the credit bureaus, 8 years of credit age. If you have one card, 3 cards that are 8 years old, you're amazing. We only got 2 more, and the next one is new credit. So like I just mentioned, if you go and get a bunch of new cards, it's gonna make your age lower, but it's also gonna affect your credit score about 10%. The amount of new credit, because every time you apply for a new credit card, you get a hard inquiry, a hard inquiry, however you want to pronounce it. I hear it both ways and it annoys the shit out of me, but I say inquiry. You don't want to have a lot of those. You want to have like 3, if anything, because that lets the credit bureaus know he's got some new credit cards recently, but he ain't thirsty for money. Now, if you got like 12, 13 inquiries, man, that shit ain't good. And I know it's only 10% of your score, but that shit ain't good. This is why I told people about going to get a loan from the bank instead of going to a car dealership to get your car, because they'll run your credit 10, 15 times. People are like, damn, I just got a new car. Why is my score dropped so much? Is because all those inquiries that the car dealership just put on your credit report. It's only 10%, but if you got a bunch of them motherfuckers, man, drop your score, 30 points, 40 points. I don't know. It didn't happen to me. So I'm just saying, the last piece of the puzzle is credit mix. 10%, just like the new credit. It's 10% of your score. Now, credit mix means how many different loans do you have? Because that's really what a credit card is. It's just a loan, It's just a loan that you'll never really lose. Certain loans, once you finish paying them off, that money's gone. Credit card, you pay it off, you get it back next month. There's car loans, there's mortgages, credit mix. So the more stuff you have on your report that you're paying off on time in your credit mix is a good thing. People still paying off student loans. That's good. Pay your bills, pay it on time. That's helping your score. If you got maybe a car loan, you go out and get a couple of credit cards and pay them off. Your credit mix is looking right. To get a really excellent score, you need to have 10 to 15 accounts. That'll boost your score like you wouldn't believe. That's why I teach credit stacking, because there's nothing wrong with having more credit available. Makes your utilization look small. Over time, you'll have more cards with more age on it. You have more available money. I mean, come on. It's all right. Get more credit. I heard something interesting. Dave Ramsey. Some of y'all may have heard of Dave Ramsey. I don't know. But I was listening to a video and they said Dave Ramsey teaches everybody, save your money, cut up your credit cards. Don't stay away from debt, stay away from credit cards, and just save your money and buy what you can afford. There's nothing wrong with that advice, because most people don't know how to handle credit when it comes to finances. That's only advice for someone who's irresponsible, no self-control. If you know how to leverage credit instead of lose it, waste it, spend it on dumb shit, this information I'm teaching, in my opinion, the best way to go. Get your credit score right. Borrow money, pay your bills, and then pay the credit off. Because if you have the money to pay for something already, this is not going to be, something that hurts you. It will only help you, because you'll build your credit score in almost all credit cards. Give rewards, cash back, points. Over time, you'll have enough money on the side to get some groceries for free, go on a flight, go on a vacation for free. That same money you were just spending on your rent, you're paying with credit now. You get rewarded. It's great. I like it. I mean, that's just me though. Brandon J. I ain't. Who am I? Right? I'm just the guy. Spreading the word about this. This is what I'm into. So I'm trying to teach anybody willing to learn. It is what it is. This episode was all about the 5 things that make your credit score look amazing on the credit report. There's a credit score and a credit report. People get too caught up in the score and they don't realize it's only the reason your score is that way is because of the report. So watch this video again, write the percentages down, check your credit report, and also going to be doing one-on-one calls here soon. Okay, we can hop on the phone 30 minutes, hop on the phone for an hour. I will help you understand this information until you can't get it wrong. You have to change your perspective. If you don't understand how to play this game, you'll just keep getting run over by the people who do. The credit bureaus, the banks, and the IRS, just coming after people who don't know. Okay, you pay state tax, you pay federal tax, and then you pay ignorance tax. I'm trying to help people stop paying that ignorance tax and their federal and state taxes. I want to pay no taxes because it's possible. I want to get my credit score up to where I can borrow any amount of money I need. I can purchase any home, car that I see myself having. Your perspective definitely dictates how you will see things. The more you start to realize that, oh, there's a way to fix this on my own, you'll take more action. You know, that's the goal. Taking more action with the information. That was this week's episode. Till next time, it's Brandon J. This is the More Action Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. Okay? You know, leave a comment. I'll see y'all next week.